Well, news has broke, I guess, not moments, but a half hour or so ago, or an hour ago. TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, has made it official. Out of all the names, out of all the networks, primed, or in the candidacy, if you will, of acquiring Impact Wrestling, TNA Wrestling, the winner officially is Destination America. Now, Destination America is indeed a Discovery Channel or Discovery Communications um, uh, cable network. It's basically part of Discovery Communications. So, Destination America. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that there are some fans that are going to be happy about this. There are. I mean, they're going to be happy that TNA still has a home to call their own. They'll still have a place to showcase their wrestling and their programming. And at least there will still be an alternative, if you look at it, to the WWE. So that's all the positives they're looking at. Now, of course, with this announcement, you also have some negatives. The negatives, in the eyes of many, is that not a lot of people, Canadian watchers, UK watchers, Mexico watchers, any other people around the world, they don't get Destination America, but they still might get Impact Wrestling. You see, the thing is, in case you haven't noticed, TNA, whether you like them or not, and myself, Schleg Daddy, the British Fizz, Chase Oliver, Don and Tony, PWR Show, Solid Monster, we've all basically had our negative comments on TNA. And they're well deserved. But you got to look at what TNA has done behind the scenes. I mean, why would they? You got to ask yourself this question: why would they decide to go and make TV deals with all these TV networks and channels around the world if they weren't sure that they were at least going to get something here in the States? They wouldn't, because it wouldn't make sense to show their product around the world and keep it from us. It wouldn't make sense. Now, I know there's a lot of Canadian viewers and fans of TNA that feel they're going to get gypped. I don't think you will. I think TNA Impact Wrestling is going to have a home there, and it might be on a network you're not expecting. I mean, you got to think to yourself, what would be the most logical network, and if not the most unpredictable network from a Canadian standpoint, from Canadian television standpoint, I should say. From a Canadian television standpoint, what is the one network that you would expect to get Impact Wrestling and you would not expect to get Impact Wrestling? What are the one or two networks? Just think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second, because I'm sure TNA is not going to leave you guys out in the cold. They won't. Believe me, they will not do that. Whether we like them or not, whether we agree with some of the decisions they made or not, and believe me, like I said, there have been some decisions TNA has made which are downright stupid. I mean, Bound for Glory, for one, is one of those decisions that was, even though it probably had good intentions, was downright stupid. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So, the question is going to be, where Canadian television channel or network does TNA choose to broadcast Impact there? So you guys got to ask yourself that question. I mean, true, you'll probably still have access to it to maybe Hula, who has Destination America on there, I guess. So you'll still have access to it in some ways. I mean, let's not forget YouTube. People post freaking episodes of Impact Wrestling on YouTube all the time. So you still have that opportunity. So even though there will be some channels and networks that may not have impact just yet, don't count yourselves out because I think you will get it. Now, another thing some people might be mixed about is the deal that they've made. It's a multi-year deal. And what does multi-year mean? It usually means about 2 to 4 years. Now, does that help TNA? It might. I mean, according to the report, Destination America is one of the top 5 fastest growing channels in the world, if not in America itself. So, does that help it? That Destination America is one of the top growing, fastest growing channels in the world, if not in America? Of course it does. So the question is going to be though, what does the UK get? What does Canada get? What does Mexico get? What channels will Impact Wrestling air there? Because I don't think, like I said, TNA is going to leave you guys out in the cold. I think the main priority right now was to get a deal with a network here in the United States, whether it was WGN, whether it was Velocity, or in this case, as it officially has been announced, Destination America. I don't think they're going to leave you guys out in the cold. So I still think they're going to get to you guys. They're going to give you Impact Wrestling. They're going to make a deal with the network. And it's going to be a network you probably expect or least expect. Now, as for me, I'm happy TNA is still going to be around. I admit that. Like a lot of people are probably happy. It does give them that alternative because at least Impact Wrestling is going to be the TV-14 branded stuff and not, PG. So it gives them that. And, hopefully it'll still be the same way we see it on Spike. It'll be 2 hours, and that'll be great. I'm sure the first broadcast on Destination America will be live. Obviously, if you're gonna premiere on a new network, you want to premiere live. So that's hopefully they'll do that. Another positive for them, according to a lot of people, is Destination America, mostly Discovery Communications, will properly advertise Impact Wrestling. We could hope. And another positive is you got all the other programming that Impact Wrestling does, like the Boot Camp series, Explosion, and all that. That could all become part of Discovery Communications and Destination America. Even maybe some of the one night only stuff. So, to me, I do want to congratulate TNA for finally getting this going and giving people an alternative. The only problem is we have to wait till January for it to happen. Now the question is, what exactly happens with TNA while we wait? Well, basically they're going to take some time off. Basically they're going to take a month to spend with their families during the holidays and maybe even take this time to reboot some stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens during the month they're off. And maybe they'll use this month to rebuild and reboot. And maybe we'll get a new and improved and better TNA than we've expected in the past. So that's all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below. What are your thoughts on TNA being on Destination America? For me, like I say, I will be. One thing I am positive about is I will be able to watch it. It's going to be aired on channel 771 on Comcast here, where I'm at, and I think 270 something or 201 something on standard definition, and 771 on high definition. So again, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you happy about it? And comment below, and I will talk to you all later.